You are not bad at English. You are just practicing it in a way that keeps you stuck. And the worst part is, it feels like you are improving. But in reality, you are moving in circles. Welcome back to the channel. If you feel like you understand English but still cannot speak when it matters, this is not a confidence issue and it is not a lack of knowledge. It is something deeper. It is the way you have been training your brain from the beginning. Most people follow methods that feel productive on the surface. They watch videos, learn vocabulary, and revise grammar again and again. It gives them the feeling of progress, but when it is time to speak, everything disappears. That is because they are training the wrong skill. And today, I am going to show you the brutal truth behind it. You trained understanding, not speaking. The brutal truth is this. You are practicing English like a student, not like a speaker. You spend hours reading grammar rules and memorizing vocabulary. You watch English videos and understand almost everything. You even feel confident when you are learning alone. It feels like you are improving every single day. But the moment you have to speak in front of someone, your brain suddenly stops working. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine someone asks you a basic question like, "What did you do today?" You know the answer. You have the words. You have learned the grammar. But instead of speaking naturally, your brain starts translating from your native language. Then you begin checking if the sentence is correct. Then you try to make it sound perfect. And within seconds, you either go silent or give a very short, broken answer. Now compare this with how you speak in your native language. You do not think about grammar. You do not translate. You do not try to sound perfect. You just speak. The words come out instantly because your brain is trained for expression, not for analysis. This is exactly where the problem begins. You trained your brain to recognize English, not to produce it. You became good at understanding sentences, but not at forming them quickly. And speaking is not about how much you know. It is about how fast you can respond. Right now, your brain is slow because it is overloaded. It is searching for the right words. It is checking grammar rules. It is trying to avoid mistakes. And while all this is happening, the moment to speak passes. That is why you feel stuck, even though you know a lot. Another mistake you are making is relying only on passive learning. Watching videos, reading content, and listening to English can help you understand the language, but they do not train your speaking ability. It is like watching fitness videos every day and expecting to get stronger without actually working out. Speaking is a physical and mental skill. Your mouth, your brain, and your thinking speed all need practice together. But if you are not actively speaking, you are not building that connection. You are only feeding your brain information, not training it to use that information in real time. And here is the hardest truth. As long as you keep practicing like this, nothing will change. You will keep understanding more. You will keep learning new words. But when it comes to speaking, you will stay at the same level. A real speaker does not aim for perfection. A real speaker focuses on expressing the idea, even if the sentence is not perfect. They are not afraid of mistakes because they know that fluency comes from flow, not from accuracy. But you were never trained to think like that. You were trained to avoid mistakes, to be correct, and to speak only when you are sure. And that mindset is exactly what is holding you back. That is why even after learning so much, you still feel stuck. Why most people stay stuck? Most people stay stuck because they confuse knowledge with ability. They think that if they understand English, they should be able to speak it. But understanding and speaking are two completely different skills. You can recognize hundreds of words and still struggle to form a single sentence under pressure. Because speaking is not about what you know. It is about how fast you can use what you know in real time. Another reason people fail is perfection. They want to speak correctly every time. They wait for the perfect sentence. They try to avoid mistakes at all costs. And because of that, they speak less and think more. This creates a dangerous habit. Your brain becomes slow. It starts analyzing instead of responding. And in conversations, speed matters more than perfection. If you are slow, you lose confidence instantly. There is also a hidden problem most people ignore. They practice English in a safe environment. Alone, without pressure, without real interaction. So their brain never learns how to respond in real situations. When a real conversation happens, their mind panics. Not because they do not know English, but because they never trained under pressure. And that is why everything suddenly disappears. In the end, the biggest mistake is this. People keep consuming instead of creating. They watch more, read more, learn more. But they rarely speak. And without speaking, fluency is impossible. What actually works? What actually works is simple, but uncomfortable. You need to stop preparing forever and start speaking now. Not when you feel ready, not when you feel confident, but right now with whatever you already know. Fluency is not built by collecting knowledge. It is built by using limited knowledge again and again until it becomes automatic. That is how your brain shifts from thinking to responding. You need to train your brain for speed, not perfection. Speak fast, even if your sentences are not perfect. Let mistakes happen. Because every mistake is training your brain to improve in real time. Start with something small and consistent. Pick a simple topic every day. Speak about it for 2 minutes without stopping. Do not translate. Do not pause to fix sentences. Just keep going. At first, it will feel messy. You will struggle. You will repeat words. But that is exactly how your brain learns to connect thoughts with speech. That struggle is the process, not the problem. Another powerful method is thinking in English. Throughout the day, describe what you are doing in your mind. Talk to yourself while walking, eating, or working. This builds a direct connection between your thoughts and English without translation. You should also start reacting instantly. When you hear a question, answer it quickly instead of waiting to form the perfect sentence. Even a simple, imperfect response is better than silence. Speed builds confidence. If possible, record yourself speaking. Listen to it without judging. Notice where you pause, where you hesitate, and where you overthink. This awareness will help you improve faster than passive learning ever can. And most importantly, create pressure. Practice speaking in situations where you cannot pause or think too long. Because real conversations do not wait. The more you train under pressure, the more natural speaking becomes. Consistency is the real secret. Even 10 minutes of daily speaking practice is more powerful than hours of passive learning. Because fluency is not about intensity. It is about repetition and real usage over time. The clear fix that changes everything. Here is the fix, and it is simpler than you think. Stop focusing on learning more English. Start focusing on using the English you already know. Right now, you already have enough vocabulary to speak basic sentences. The problem is not lack of knowledge. The problem is lack of usage. And that is what you need to fix starting today. Create a daily speaking routine. Every single day, pick one simple topic. It could be your day, your plans, or even your thoughts. Then speak about it for 2 minutes without stopping. Do not translate from your native language. Do not try to make perfect sentences. Do not stop to correct yourself. Just keep speaking, even if it feels uncomfortable or messy. Set a rule for yourself. No silence. If you do not know a word, explain it in another way. If you make a mistake, keep going. Because fluency grows when you keep moving, not when you keep fixing. Add one more habit. Think in English whenever you are alone. Turn your daily life into practice. Describe what you see, what you feel, and what you are about to do. This builds natural flow. Track your progress weekly. Record your speaking on day 1, then again after 7 days. You will notice the difference. Not in perfection, but in speed and confidence. And remember this. You do not need more time. You need the right action. Even 15 minutes of focused speaking every day can change your fluency faster than months of passive learning. This is the shift. From learning to using. From thinking to speaking. And once you make this shift, everything starts to change. If you keep practicing like a student, you will stay exactly where you are. You will keep understanding more, but speaking will always feel difficult. That cycle will not break on its own. But the moment you start practicing like a speaker, everything begins to shift. Your sentences become faster. Your confidence starts building. And slowly, speaking stops feeling scary. This is not about learning more. This is about finally using what you already know. And the sooner you start, the faster you will see the change. If this changed the way you see your English, consider hitting subscribe and staying connected for more. If you found this helpful, a like really supports the content and helps it reach more people. You can share this with someone who understands English but still struggles to speak naturally. Try writing one simple sentence in English in the comments, without translating, just your thoughts. If you want to keep improving step by step, turn on the bell icon so you do not miss what comes next. Thank you for watching and putting in the effort to improve. It truly means a lot that you chose to spend your time learning with this video.